Just making sure they're all.
Good evening to those of you that's coming in by way of social media as we get ready to kick off another That is Matthew Show Week.
Yeah.
Hoping your weekend was a marvelous one. Those of you on Instagram, I hope you know how to act, because as soon as you get out of pocket or you get off subject, you know.
We'll see you October.
So you say you wanted to meet me?
The views and opinions expressed on this talk
It'll
show
be after,
are those of the
about
talk show hosts, the
12:30.
producers,
I
and
think
the
that's what we're
persons
gonna want,
appearing on the
so.
program,
I'll be right here.
and do not reflect the views and opinions of the SVP network. This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences.
Some dead.
Viewer discretion advised.
I hope not.
Don't you smell?
If you
That's it.
if you want
It might be that upstairs. Raining.
Where?
I'm gonna buy some more pieces tomorrow and take it down. Let me spray. Want me to spray again?
30 seconds.
All right, let's see. We got somebody already gone on Instagram. There is no tolerance. That's zero tolerance.
20 seconds.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Monday evening to you. Welcome again to Steal, the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the rawest, provocative, informative, entertaining, not giving a damn who we talk about, television talk show anywhere in the country. Thank you so very much for being here with me on this Monday evening, hoping that your weekend was marvelous and that your day today was simply a great one. It's a great day to be alive. Anytime that you're able to walk on top of the ground and don't find yourself resting in it, then you know that you have the opportunity to take every negative in your life and turn it into positives, and to take the lemons of life and turn them into lemonade. I've got an interesting show tonight that I'm going to involve many of you, especially here on the local level in. The biggest news story in Memphis since Thursday is the murder of the Chamber of Commerce president, Phil Trineri. That's the biggest story. It's staying on the news. The mayor said that this is a special killing. The police director was given directives. We gotta find the murderers of Phil Trineri. Well, there was a high speech. Memphis Police Department reported on Friday that there was a high-speed chase, and they call who they think are the suspects. But on Thursday night, the Memphis Police Department arrived within 10 minutes of the killing. One neighborhood observer mentions this and said that at 10:20 p.m., the MPD tweeted, "The suspect responsible is described as a male black with dreadlocks, wearing a blue shirt, who was in a white four-door F-150. Ladies and gentlemen, they've arrested after their high-speed chase on Friday from North Memphis all the way to South Memphis. They've arrested McKinley Wright, 22 years of age, Quandarius Richardson, age 18, and the cousin of McKinley Wright. Ooh, what is his name here? Rockanisha. Okay. Rockanisha Wright, age 16. Tonight's subject, though, do they have the right killers? And is there more to this story? There are just some questions that I have. I've read the affidavit of complaints. I've looked at the news. I've looked at the surveillance video. And there are just some questions that I have. Okay. It's, just some questions, and I'm gonna open up the phone lines in a little bit and see if y'all got some questions too. I'm wondering some things tonight. I really am. I know for a fact that a mandate went out for the arrest to find the killers of Phil Trineri, multi-millionaire living here in the city, one of the power brokers here in the city, one of the developers and one of the persons responsible for bringing business into the city and for the development of downtown Memphis. And a white man. Now let's just call it the way it is. See, as long as black folk in this city, y'all killing each other, you're gonna hear, oh, what a shame, and something needs to be done, and our city is no longer safe. But it's not unusual in this city to turn on your news. I think we had about 6, 7 killings last week of black folk killing black folk. It's not unusual to turn on your news and hear that, but it's unusual to hear of black folk killing white folk. And I got to thinking about it. Thank you, Life with you. I got to thinking about it, and I ain't no rocket scientist or brain surgeon or nothing. I'm a pretty smart fellow, if you get to know me. I'm pretty smart, and there was just some questions. See, I got this from a police officer that the weapon was a shotgun, and that he was shot in the back of the head. So, okay. Then nothing was taken from him, and I looked at the surveillance camera. I see Phil Trineri walking north on Front Street, and the white pickup truck F-150 passes him, and from the lights on the truck on the surveillance, you can see that the truck pulls up ahead of him. Came out on the news this evening as I was leaving my office. That he had a discussion with them, and somebody saw a discussion, and then on a camera, and then he moved in front of some of that. But that ain't the part that got me. Can I, if y'all don't mind, can I deal with something now? And maybe when I open up the phone lines, y'all can help me out. The description went out that the shooter had dreads. Now, I looked at the mug shot of McKinney Wright. I looked at the mug shot of Quandarius Richardson, 18 years old. Neither of these young men have dreads. Well, they cut the dreads out. Well, to cut dreads out, their hair wouldn't be looking the way that it's looking in the mug shots. You gotta almost go all the way down to the scalp to cut out dreads. So when I look at that mug shot, it does not appear that either of these young men ever had dreads. So, is there somebody that we don't know? Somebody said, what about the girl? Did she have dreads? Well, the description comes as a male black with dreads. Okay? A male black with dreads. And here, let's even go back with the cutting out the dreads. You smart enough to cut the dreads out, but you dumb enough to be riding around in the vehicle that you shot the man in? Listen to what I just said. If one of these young men, and from the appearance that they had no dreads, they just got nappy hair. You know you don't kill a white man. And you cut your dreads out. but you still ride around in the stolen vehicle? Now, they may not be the smartest young men in the world. IBO, PTM, you gone. But you got to be real stupid. Real stupid. You got to be real stupid to know you done killed a white man, a high-profile white man that's all over the news. You got to be real dumb if you are the one that stole the vehicle. And you still, you cut the dreads out, but you're gonna ride around the stolen vehicle. You need to be in Lakeside or somewhere. That would be just totally crazy to me. All right. Let's go. Can I go with a hypothetical? You're 18, you're 22, and they said that the 22-year-old boy got some disabilities. Okay. And you got a 16-year-old. I read the affidavit of complaint, and they both read almost identically when you go to McKinley Wright, who's 22. It is identical. And the affidavit on Quindarius Richardson. Okay. Now, everybody in here, everybody's telling on each other, but nobody says who pulls the weapon. In fact, let me read. Can I read it to y'all before I take a commercial break? Oh, I still got time. Sergeant B. Bird, number 10248, makes oath that on or about the 27th day of September 2018 in said county and within the jurisdiction of the criminal court of Shelby County, one McKinley Wright Jr., age 22, sex male, whose last known address is 30 West McKellar, Memphis, Tennessee 38106, did unlawfully commit the offense first degree murder, Tennessee Code annotated 39-13-202, in perpetration of a criminal attempt, Tennessee Code annotated 39-12-101, robbery, Tennessee Code annotated 39-13-401, and criminal attempt, Tennessee Code annotated 39-12-101, and especially aggravated robbery, Tennessee Code annotated 39-13-403. Bunch of charges. Further, applicant makes oath that the essential facts constituting said offenses, the source of applicant's information, and the reason why the applicant's information is believable concerning said facts are as follows. On Thursday, September 27, 2018, at approximately 7:28 p.m., North Main Station officers were called to the area of 579 South Front Street in regard to a man that had been shot. Witnesses on the scene advised that they saw an individual exit the passenger side of a white truck and approach Phil Trineri from behind and shoot him. Memphis Police Department and Memphis Fire Department made the scene and observed Trineri lying in the street, unresponsive, with citizens attempting to render aid. Memphis Fire Department ambulance transported Trinidad to Regional 1 Medical Center in critical condition. MPD investigators were advised by Regional 1 medical staff that Trinidad was pronounced dead, with deceased on his same time, at 7:58 p.m. During the course of the investigation, Quandarius Richardson was developed as a suspect. On Thursday, September 27, 2018, wait a minute. Now, can I put a pen right here? Y'all mind if I put a pen right here? During the course of the investigation, Quandarius Richardson was developed as a suspect. On Thursday, September 27, 2018, investigators and MPD task force located Richardson inside the vehicle, leaving the scene of the homicide. After a high-speed police pursuit where Richardson was driving the vehicle used in the homicide. Now, can I put a pen right here? The shooting, the murder took place Thursday. Am I correct?
Correct.
The high-speed chase took place Friday. I ain't the rocket scientist. They had no suspects Thursday night. But this affidavit of complaint that a police officer has sworn to and a judge has signed says, during the course of the investigation, Quandarius Richardson was developed as a suspect. On Thursday, September 27, 2018, investigators and MPD task force located Richardson inside the vehicle, seen leaving the scene of the homicide. After a high-speed police pursuit where Richardson was driving the vehicle used in the homicide, he was taken into custody and transported to 170 North Main Homicide Bureau. Richardson waived his Miranda rights and provided MPD homicide investigators with a statement identifying McKinley Wright Jr. Okay. Wait a minute. And I'm reading it. After a high-speed police pursuit where Richardson was driving, okay, Richardson was driving, and this is the report now on McKinley Wright. Okay? This is the affidavit on McKinley Wright. Now, Dale, you got 3 degrees. You let me know if this makes sense to you. After a high-speed police pursuit where Richardson was driving the vehicle. Now remember, this ain't Richardson's affidavit. This is McKinley Wright's affidavit. Wait a minute. During the course of the investigation, Quandarius Richardson was developed as a suspect. On Thursday, September 27, 2018, investigators and MPD task force located Richardson inside the vehicle, seen leaving the scene of the homicide after a high-speed police pursuit where Richardson was driving the vehicle used in the homicide. He was taken into custody and transported to 170 North Main. Richardson waived his Miranda rights and provided MPD homicide investigators with a statement identified McKinley Wright Jr., the female juvenile, and him as the individuals responsible. Is it making sense to you? Okay? Is this making sense? This is the affidavit against McKinley Wright. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is McKinley Wright's affidavit. How in this paragraph, on this legal document that is against McKinley Wright Jr., who they talking about? Okay? Now, I know I can read, and read with comprehension. Let me go back. Again, this is the piece of paper against McKinley Wright Jr. It's against him. First thing I noticed in this paragraph on this legal document that you arrest him on is that you're saying that during the course of the investigation, Quandarius Richardson was developed as a suspect. Okay. On Thursday, September 27th. This is the night it happened on the 27th. There was no suspect as of Thursday night. September 27, 2018, investigators and MPD task force located Richardson inside the vehicle seen leaving the scene of the homicide. After a high-speed police pursuit where Richardson was driving the vehicle used in the homicide, he was taken into custody and transported to 170 North Main. Richardson waived his Miranda rights and provided MPD homicide investigators with a statement identifying McKinley Wright Jr. The female juvenile and him as the individuals responsible for the attempted robbery and the actions that resulted in the death of Trinera. Some ain't right with this. How does the affidavit against McKinley Wright all of a sudden turn into the paperwork against Quandarius Richardson? Okay? Now, that's messed up. This is a legal document that called for the arrest of these young boys and this young lady. How was judge, police officer board, how was Quindarius Richardson developed as a suspect on Thursday night when you didn't have no suspect, when the high-speed chase took place on Friday? How, during the course of the investigation, let me show you exactly what has happened with MPD. When I read the affidavit of complaint against McKinley Wright Jr., and I read the affidavit of complaint against Quindarius Richardson, they read identical. The Memphis Police Department took one report and copied and pasted. Damn, Fatty Bear, you good. Now your mainstream media ain't told y'all that. It's identical. It's word for word, paragraph to paragraph. Paragraph is identical. I'm sitting here reading McKinley Wright's affidavit. There is not one word, one noun, one verb, one participle, one period, apostrophe that's any different. In fact, when I go to the same paragraph on Quindarius Richardson, in fact, y'all heard me read it. Well, and let me read the last paragraph of that paragraph. That paragraph there, police, y'all messed that up. Okay, y'all messed it up. Then let me read the last paragraph on McKinley Wright. On Saturday, September 29th, 2018, MPD located Wright Jr. See? Okay, and his female juvenile, and the juvenile female. Wright Jr. and the juvenile female were transported to 170 North Main. Wright Jr. waived his Miranda rights and provided MPD homicide. See what's going on with Facebook. Check Facebook, because all of a sudden Facebook went down. Huh?
Right after you said that.
Right after I said that. Check Facebook.
I think it's Matthew Show Week.
See what's happening with Facebook. As soon as I said this, Facebook went down on my alternate page. On Saturday, September 29th, 2018, MPD located Wright Jr. and the juvenile female. Wright Jr. and the juvenile female were transported to 170. What's happening?
I'm gonna see if it come back up.
Just bring it, see if you can get it up. Now it just stopped. And YouTube done froze. You a bad man, Daddy Bear. Did it come back up? Let's see if it come back up. All right, it's back up. Come on, Mike Rollins. Play no games. This last paragraph, again. I do think I did take a commercial break and let those that were on Facebook come
Yeah,
back up.
yeah.
What I'm gonna do is, because when I got into this, it's some errors in this paperwork. While those on Facebook are coming back up, because we were way up in the numbers, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back. We'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hi, my name is Sophie Walls, and this is my dad, Tony Walls, the owner of Shopping Safe, and we would like to personally thank you for 25 great years of
When you're looking for the best soul food in town, the only place to come, whether you're in South Memphis, whether you're in North Memphis, in fact, it's worth driving all the way from town. Shop and Save, $14.99 South Third, where you can get some of the best breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
They're working on it today.
Right
They're rebuilding.
here. In fact,
Now we got all your
take
stuff.
time out right now, give us turkey wings, give us candy yams, give us something, no, give us something, combo. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, come on down to Shop and Save.
I hear.
$14.99 South Third.
You can't add them?
25 years.
You can't even put them up there?
Okay.
Welcome to Shop and Save, where we hope to keep y'all tight just right, jump before 8, don't be late, don't read the shade, I stay in Memphis, I don't play in Memphis. We appreciate you being up, come and see me, come on down.
What's wrong?
You too sure on the black screen.